Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about part 2 of the speaking test. And you know that in part 2 you have to talk for up to 2 minutes on a topic that you don't know anything about until they give you the card. Now, because I don't like Michael very much, I've decided to make this a little bit more difficult and a little bit more embarrassing. So we've got 2 questions we're going to answer today to show you exactly how to do it. And the first question is for you.
Okay.
And the question I've got for you, or the prompt I've got for you, and you've got 2 minutes to talk about this, is talk about an embarrassing situation at university.
Oh man, an embarrassing situation at university? You mean college? Yeah?
University, college, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to tell you about the first time that I drank alcohol. So in America, it's illegal to drink until you're 21. And I don't like to break the rules. I never break the rules. So when I didn't drink at all until I was 21. And I had a friend in my dormitory who was also, who had more experience drinking than me. He was 2 years younger than me, which means he was underage. And I didn't want to drink alone the first time. So I was like, hey, can you help me out? And so we went to Walmart and we got a gallon of wine along with 2 bottles of wine, and we brought it back to my dormitory, which was a dry, wet dorm, which means that if you're above 21, you can drink, but if you're under 21, obviously, you can't drink. And so we were in my room and we were drinking and it was crazy. It got to the point where after drinking so much, I would touch my hand. Whoa! Like I would feel it after 3 or 4 seconds of touching my hand. It was terrible. Anyway, at the end of the night, I went to sleep, and then I painted my wall purple. And then I went down and I opened my fridge, and there was only this much wine left in the gallon, and both bottles were empty. It was terrible. Luckily, I had to clean my sheets because I painted my wall purple. That night, and I collected my sheets and I was taking them to the laundry room and I put them in because I had to wash all the vomit out. And then I was walking back and I saw that there were wine footprints going from my room to his room, which, could get me in big trouble. So I quickly cleaned up the wine footprints and, I actually called him and I was like, drink water. You're going to have a terrible hangover. It was terrible.
That's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
The first question is, what do you mean by paint your wall purple? What do you mean by that?
So, what color is wine?
Well, it depends. It can be white or red.
Okay. So, what's a color that's close to red?
Purple.
Yep. And so, when I say I painted my wall purple, that means I overcrossed my wall and it was purple, along with my sheets.
Oh,
so it was pretty bad.
Which brings me to my second question, which is a 2-part question. Which university did you go to, and what was your room number? Because I don't want any of you to go to that room because it might smell of vomit.
I mean, this was years and years and years ago now.
Yeah, look how old he is. Okay.
It's my turn.
Yes, let's have another silly prompt, but it's just to show you, from my example, what can you do when you don't have a lot to say? How can you extend your answer? Okay, so that's what I'm going to try and do. So you've picked a random prompt that's not connected to the IELTS. It's a funny one, but we're still going to try and do it.
Okay. Tell me about an embarrassing situation when you were in a group.
Oh, okay. Although I look like I don't do a lot of sport, I'm actually a member of a running club. And it's a running club which you can go to this all over the world. It's called hashing, where you go, you have 2 people that start running and they flower and they make a route, and then the rest of the runners have to try and chase them and catch them, and they leave little symbols to try and mislead us and slow us down. It's a lot of fun, and here in Taipei you can do that, and we go into the rainforest and it's a lot of fun. But an embarrassing thing that happened to me during this group was I was sitting down and I was thinking about what I was going to say to the group later on, because I'm actually the manager of this group this year. And a local man who was sitting nearby, and he had also been painting the walls purple, he came up to me and spoke to me in one of the local languages here up in the near Taipei, which I don't speak. And he sat down next to me and he kind of said something, and he started poking my belly. And someone came over and translated, and they said that he had said to me, how do you manage to run because you're so fat? And I was incredibly embarrassed. My ears were burning and I didn't know what to say, because firstly, I didn't speak the language. Secondly, in my culture, it's a little bit insulting. We don't generally tell people that they're overweight because we don't want to offend them. It's a little bit different in some other cultures. And apparently in this man's culture, you can walk up to a stranger
and
tell them
done.
you're fat. Yeah. Is that embarrassing enough for you?
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, this happened recently.
By the way, I want to let you guys know, paint the wall purple is a... I could say that because I'm a native speaker,
Yeah.
okay? It's not a commonly accepted idiom, okay? He said it because now it's an inside joke, because
Yeah.
now he knows my dirty secrets.
Yeah.
But it's not a real idiom. If you go up to the examiner and you say, yes, and I drank a lot and I painted the walls purple,
No.
maybe he'll understand you. Probably won't, though.
It would have to be in the context, I think, that, yeah. Although, if I had to think of an idiom with painting, I could certainly think of one, so you can go away with an idiom, to paint the town red. You know this one?
I've heard it many times, but I
Yeah.
never really thought about it. What does it mean?
To paint the town red, it just means to go out and have a great time, to have a really fun evening. I don't know where the expression comes from, but we use it a lot in the UK. Yeah.
Good thing I have my paint right
Yeah.
here.
So, I wasn't sure if you meant that you had vomited or you had had a very good time, but you said purple instead of red. So.
Yes, I vomited a lot. Don't drink too much. I was young and stupid. I was 21.
Yeah.
That was 9 years ago.
Wow. We're getting on.
Yeah.
We're getting on, aren't we?
Are we ever going to find out your age?
I'm a little bit older, as you can
It's
tell.
a mystery. If you think you know his age, please leave that in the comments down below.
Okay. Right, great. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We like to have a lot of fun, but we're here to basically help you learn English so you can pass your IELTS and do everything that you want to do in your life afterwards.
And there's one more thing about the test itself.
Oh,
We did it off the cuff, which
Yeah.
means we did it like from memory with no planning. You know, we got it and we were able to start talking. And honestly, I don't know about you, but my story is one that I've told many, many times before because it's funny and I use it to break the ice with people, to let people get comfortable with me.
I feel very comfortable with you.
But on the real IELTS exam, isn't it a little different? Don't they have...
Oh yeah, you get time. You get 1 minute to prepare. You're given resources to do that, some paper and pen. But generally, you should be, when you're preparing for the test, you should be paying attention to the style of questions. And this will really help you get used to quickly planning your answers, making notes rather than writing sentences. And the more you practice, just like us, it will become more and more natural, and you'll be able to talk for more than 2 minutes, and you'll be cut off by the examiner, and that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any more to add?
No, I think that's it. Good
that's
luck,
it.
guys. If you guys have any more embarrassing topics that you would like us to do, please leave that down below as well,
Yeah.
next to the number. And we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Peace.